WAOH is brought to you in part by Ohio's #1 trusted real estate team, The Young Team. Online at theyoungteam.com.
Today I'm talking with Stephanie Keefer. She is the Assistant Director of Publicity and Communications for Broadway in Akron. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I am good. I'm so glad you could come on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Broadway shows are one of my favorite things to get to experience. Grew up watching them. Was just talking about Newsies yesterday with a friend.
Always a good one.
Always a good one. But Broadway in Akron is coming again as a new season here to E.J. Thomas. Yes. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Playhouse Square has been programming the Broadway in Akron series for the last 10 years now. We're going into our 10th season. So we began, I know, and Broadway had been in Akron before that, but Playhouse Square is now involved as of 10 years ago. And it's so exciting to be able to bring these shows into Akron and to E.J. Thomas Hall. And we're so fortunate to be able to partner with E.J. Thomas Hall and the University of Akron to bring these shows. And a lot of them are shows you've seen on Broadway. They're either still running on Broadway. They have been part of the Cleveland Key Bank Broadway series in the last couple of years as well. So you're getting really, really great productions for those performances that come to E.J. Thomas.
Right. So these are the touring Broadway shows that come through, which is so much fun.
Yes.
And there's going to be 4 of them as a part of this season. So do you want to go ahead and let's start with the first one?
Sure. Well, we'll start off the season at the end of September with the Book of Mormon. And we're super excited about this. All of our shows this year are Akron premieres. They've never played the Broadway and Akron series before, so we're bringing them for the first time. The Book of Mormon especially is still playing on Broadway. It's been there since 2011, I think it is. And it just recently became the 11th longest running show in Broadway history.
So obviously it's something people are still wanting to see. It's popular.
So it was written by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, who are the team behind South Park.
Okay.
So if you imagine taking the humor of South Park and putting it into a musical form and making it about a group of Mormon missionaries that go to a small village in Africa and try to convert the residents to their religion.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and I do want to mention with this one, this is an adult show. This is one you won't want to bring your kids to. But I've heard that it's very funny, especially if you like the kind of humor of South Park.
Yeah, if you're a fan of that humor, if you're a fan of humorous type musicals, it's really funny. It's really cutting edge. Not always politically correct. Definitely not one for the kiddos, but it's a great date night. It's a great night with friends out to come to the theater.
Wonderful.
And that will be the end of September, beginning of October.
All right. So that one is happening September, beginning of October. And then in November is the second one?
November is the second one. And this one you can bring your family to. Yes. This is Elf. So we'll get ready for the holiday season with Elf the Musical. Everyone loves that movie, right? You know, Buddy the Elf goes off to the big city trying to find his real dad. And it started out as a musical on Broadway, I believe back in 2010. It comes back occasionally on the holiday seasons. It was just there this past holiday season.
Okay.
So we like to think it's coming directly from Broadway to Akron then.
That's amazing.
And it's such a great feel-good musical.
It is. It's such a fun movie. We actually start our holiday season every year by watching Elf.
Oh, fun.
And so I think this year we are going to start our holiday season by watching it on Broadway.
Exactly.
Seeing it live. And you guys can too.
And it's, you take the movie and you add music, and how much fun is that? So you can't go wrong.
I can imagine. I don't know the music from it, but I can imagine that it would just be probably really silly and fun and enjoyable. So that sounds like a great one. So what's third?
Third, so we'll take a little break at the holidays. We come back in January with Mrs. Doubtfire, another classic movie, another movie that everyone loves. You know, I think it was out in the 90s with Robin Williams. And who doesn't love the Scottish nanny, Mrs. Doubtfire, right?
So fun. I actually did get to see this when it came to Playhouse Square, and it was amazing. I can't even tell you how good the lead actor was. And I mean, just the changes. The quick costume changes are incredible.
Well, and you think about that in the movie, so how many times he had to go from being Daniel Hilliard to Mrs. Doubtfire. And in the movie, you've got movie magic, right? They're filming that at different times. You can get into makeup and out of makeup. We're doing it live on stage.
It's
and so
incredible.
You would have to run off the stage, do a quick costume change in about a minute's time, come back out on as a different character with the wig and the makeup and the glasses and the heels and the everything else, and then go back off stage, take it all off, do it all over again. The actor who played that on Broadway, Rob McClure, on his Instagram, he's got some great videos from when he played that of what that quick change looked like backstage. And if you really want to get a feel of like the backstage and how fast this moves, it's great to go check those out.
That is so fun.
So fun. And all the things you remember from the movie are in this musical, you know, so like the pie in the face and the dancing with the vacuum cleaner and all of those classic things.
And the kids are amazing. And yes, just such a cool show.
Yeah.
So then after that one, we have one more.
We have one more in February. We have The Music Man. And what a classic musical that is. You know, it's been on Broadway so many different times over the years. The latest revival was just in 2022 with Hugh Jackman and Sutton Foster.
Yes.
It has not toured in so long. We haven't had it. It hasn't been to Akron. We haven't had it in Cleveland since, gosh, it's been more than 20 years since we've had it up there. So we're really excited to bring it to Akron to let the audiences see this new tour that's going out. And again, such a classic story. You know, you've got the Harold Hill, the musician who's traveling around, and then the love story that happens in that, and all of those classic songs like 76 Trombones.
Yes.
I mean,
I know some of the music, but I've actually never seen that show. So excited to be able to see that.
You'll have to come see that one too.
Just some beautiful shows and some fun shows, some comedic shows as well.
It's something for everybody, you know. So we've got family shows that you can bring your whole family to. We've got shows that are great for a date night, shows that are great for a night out with the girls maybe. So a little bit of something for everyone.
So go ahead and share with me a little bit about being a season ticket holder, because I can imagine as people are watching, they're saying to themselves, well, I want to see all of those. And so share with me about that.
So that's the best way to guarantee that you can see all of the shows, is to be a season ticket holder. The individual show tickets are not on sale yet, and they won't be on sale until closer to those shows' dates. Right now, the only way you can guarantee your seats is to become a season ticket holder. So by doing so, you get a ticket to each of those 4 shows, and those packages start as low as $80. Which if you wait until the time that the show gets here, you might pay $80 for one show.
Right.
Here you spend $80 and up, and you get a ticket to each of those 4 shows. And you also get some other great benefits too. You know, you get, some of the packages have complimentary parking involved with them. You get some special pre-sale and discount access to other shows happening at both E.J. Thomas Hall and Playhouse Square in Cleveland too.
Yeah.
And you get to be part of a community of people. You know, it's like in the 10 years that Playhouse Square has been programming this, we've built the season ticket community up over 200% from when it first started with us. And this past year, we just had the largest single ticket attendance on record for the Broadway series at E.J. Thomas Hall. So it's definitely growing. It's definitely getting popular. And so you don't want to miss out. Again, you get those tickets now. You don't have to worry about waiting until the show gets here, wondering if you'll be able to get your seats. You know, you've got that.
I love the idea of putting parking into your package.
Exactly.
So that you don't have to worry about where you're parking.
Exactly. And then you've got 4 built-in nights out that you know you're going to be out with your family, with your friends, with your spouse, and really just having a good time enjoying Broadway.
That's wonderful. And I know I've shared this with you before, that I was a part of being a season ticket holder up in Cleveland for a long time. And I know they are
We appreciate that.
Yes, working alongside each other. And I will just say, the people that are a part of your your
season ticket services.
Your season ticket services. Yes, the words were coming to me. They are amazing. Yes. Every time I would call, there was someone there to help me. They were never pushy. I mean, even the last phone call I had with someone, he's like, do you want to renew? It's okay if you don't. Like, just so kind. But if you do, here's what we have to offer. Just the most kind people.
Thank you.
Just so I want to share that with our guests, that it's very easy to talk to someone and become a season ticket holder.
It is. Yeah, and huge shout out to
very kind. Yes.
Yeah, huge shout out to our season ticket services staff, because they work incredibly hard. They spend a lot of time on the phone talking to people. They spend a lot of time answering questions about the shows. They're always here if you need them. And as a season ticket holder, if you can't make it to your scheduled performance, you can swap into a different performance.
Which is one of my favorite things. And I know you mentioned that you can do that here in Akron too. Like, if you can't make it on the Tuesday, you can go on the Wednesday or whatever you would need to do. And so that's super helpful, because I know we all lead busy lives and sometimes things come up and you need to reschedule. I love that.
Exactly. And that's the thing. In Akron, we do only have 2 nights of performances. Or, in some cases like this year when we had Hadestown, both performances are on one day on a Saturday. So sometimes the schedule is a little bit different, but for the most part, they're on a Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's weeknight performances. But again, if you become a season ticket holder and okay, well, this Tuesday in January, I'm not going to be able to come, go ahead and switch your tickets to Wednesday, and it's just that easy. busy. Whereas if you wait, the tickets may be sold out and you may not be able to get in at all. This past year, we had 2 shows that were sold out or close to being sold out. And so a lot of people missed out on getting a chance to see them.
All right. Well, I love all 4 shows. Excited to see them. I think that our viewers will be too. Right here in Akron, EJ Thomas.
Yes.
Tell us all the ways that they can get in touch with you guys. What's the best way for someone to become a season ticket holder, website, social media, all that stuff?
Sure. You can go online to our website, which is playhousesquare.org/Akron.
Wonderful.
And then that'll take you directly to the Broadway and Akron page. If you just go to playhousesquare.org, you will also get there, but playhousesquare.org/Akron is the best way, the most direct way to get to it. And then 216-640-8800 is our season ticket services line, and they will help you with any questions that you have about becoming a season ticket holder. They'll get you signed up for a package, help you with seating. You know, if you don't really know, I've never been to EJ Thomas before, I don't know what seating looks like. There are seating charts online, or you can call them. They will point you in the right direction. And as you said, huge shout out to them. They are super helpful with everybody who calls in and really just wants to make sure everyone has the best experience possible.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt that from them. Every time I called, I always had a good experience with the person on the other line. So you guys have a great staff.
Thank you.
And thank you so much, Stephanie Keefer, for coming on the show with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Appreciate
absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching here on Good Morning Akron. Make sure you stay tuned. We've got more great stuff coming up next.